Here's how I was able to trade both sides of the market. I ended up taking SPY 598 puts and I took SPY 604 calls, and both of these ran to over 100% returns. Both of these trades were actually taken out of our 5-minute time frame. You guys can see that we have price push all the way up to 603.40 right here, and we start to see some rejection. When we see some rejection, we do end up creating this nice order block. I wait for price to pull back to get my entry below our 20 moving average, which is this yellow line. If we zoom out, you guys can see that price does have a huge sell-off right here, also creating this big supply zone. So we end up getting shorts out of pullback from this swing high right here, able to take entry and pull back to our most recent pivot. Ended up giving us that perfect pullback all the way to the bottom of our previous swing low, giving us that nice 130% return. We ended up pulling into a nice demand area. Since this zone is an unmitigated demand zone, price is going to pull to this zone for liquidity, and that's exactly what we do. After pulling into this demand area, we do have a hammer candle form. That's when I switched my bias, got out of my shorts, and started to look for entries on longs. Took entry on these once we broke above our 50 moving average, which is this red line right here, which is at 601.30. After we broke over 601.30, I hopped in 604 calls, targeting our high of day, which is at 603.30. You guys can see we do perfectly hit that opposite side of the market within the same hour. But when it does happen, all you have to do is visualize the bigger picture. So if you take trades out of supply and demand areas like we did here, you're likely to have a lot higher of a win-loss ratio. Because notice how if I took a trade in between these levels, this is just chop. But when we have demand where price is likely to grab buyers, we push out of that zone. And when we have supply where price is likely to have sellers, we pull back and push out of that zone. So you guys can see every single trade that I take is based out of an optimal trading zone. This is all you need to do to get better and more precise entries.